Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now on my channel, and that is discussing how I cleared my acne. I wanted to talk about it because it's something I've struggled with for more than half my life, the majority of my life, and it definitely affected me mentally. It affected the way people treated me, it affected the way people looked at me, and it was definitely hard and a struggle growing up with acne, and I know I'm not alone in this. So I wanted to share some of my struggles and what I did that got me clear skin. There's a few different things that I did to clear my skin. I think there's three, but there's one big one. I kind of want to get straight to the point and just go ahead and say it, but at the same time I do want to give a little bit of a background. So yeah, I developed acne when I was like 11 or 12 years old, and it lasted until I was about 21, 22. But when I first started getting acne was when I hit puberty. So everybody thought it was a puberty thing. They're like, oh, you know, it'll be like this for a little bit, but she'll grow out of it. And it was happening to my brother too. So we both were seeing dermatologists. Now, all a dermatologist does is they just prescribe you pills and creams, you know, and they don't work. I've been on every single strength of Retin-A, every single strength of benzoyl peroxide, doxycycline, a whole bunch of other different pills and creams. Through the years, I was passed down from dermatologist to dermatologist, and every single dermatologist that I've ever seen has given up on me and just told me I'm gonna have acne for the rest of my life. So that was devastating to hear, because here I am, you know, almost in my 20s, and you know, still haven't found a dermatologist or anything, you know, able to help me. And just being told I'm gonna have acne for the rest of my life was just not really something you want to hear, especially my skin was really bad. It wasn't just like, oh, just like a pimple here and there. Like, it was like really bad cystic acne. I'll insert some pictures. And this isn't even acne at its worst. I don't even have pictures of me anymore. A lot of pictures growing up, because my skin was so bad and I just didn't want to have memories of it, but I wish I kept them now for the sake of this video. But in these pictures you can clearly see there was some acne and, you know, scarring and just really bad skin, but this is not even my acne at its worst. This is pretty much acne in its mild form for me. But yeah, growing up, I think it bothered my parents too. My parents, I especially remember my dad bringing me in the bathroom and they would pop and squeeze pimples. Their mentality was, you know, oh, you got to get it out, like you have to get it out of there. But I think all it did was just scar my skin. Through the years, I've tried everything: store-bought face masks, homemade face masks, Proactive, Get Clear. People say tea tree oil helps, so I was doing that. I was washing my face multiple times a day. And people say, oh, well, don't wash your face at all, just, you know, don't put anything on your skin. So I went through periods where I wasn't doing anything. I was trying Neutrogena, Clinique. My mom was watching TV and one of those like ads came on about the Murad 3-step skin clear system or whatever. So my mom was like buying acne products that she would see on TV. I was putting on witch hazel, sea breeze. I would do things where I wouldn't touch my face. I was constantly changing my pillowcases at night. I've tried doing things. I've tried leaving it alone and not doing anything. But yeah, my acne was a conversation starter. People would just randomly come up to me, family members, friends, people at church, people just randomly on the streets. Oh, hey, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Everybody was always trying to like tell me like what to do. A lot of people didn't want to be my friend because I had acne. People didn't want to be around me because they thought they were gonna catch it. One of my sisters, if I ever wanted her to put lotion on my back because I couldn't reach, she would never do it because she didn't want to touch my skin because she was afraid she was gonna get it. Like, people thought I was like a walking disease. Like, people thought just being around me they were gonna catch it. People would say I'm ugly. People would say, oh, you're so dirty, you're so disgusting. All you have to do is wash your face. It's not that hard. People would only ever say I was pretty or that I looked good when I was wearing makeup. Growing up, I was also involved with acting and modeling, not on a regular basis, but just on an as needed basis. And I would be at the studio in the makeup room, and you know, it got to a point where my acne was so bad. I think I was 15 or 16. I walk in and they're like, what did you do? Like, what happened? Like, you've always had acne, but why is it this bad? And I was like, I don't know, it's how it's been for a while. And you know, they started, you know, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Yes, I've tried that. Oh fuck, my contact, you see that? Intermission, back in action. Okay, where was I at? And they're like, it's okay. They're like, we'll cover it. We have a good makeup team, and they're like, we could do this. So the makeup artist, she's sitting there and, you know, she's trying to put, you know, foundation and concealer and whatever else she was doing on my face. And she was really working on me for a long time, and I knew why it was taking so long. Even putting makeup on my face would not cover my acne, and she was really caking on the foundation and concealer. And she had to grab somebody else to come back. They were working on my face. I had like 3 to 4 people trying to work on me at the same time, trying to get my acne covered. And it's like, I think an hour had passed at this point, and they're like, we're still gonna use you, but you're gonna have to be in the back for this shoot. And it was after that they quit using me, really. You know, I just feel like growing up, acne just controlled my entire existence. Moving on though, as I got older and older and into my 20s, still had acne, so I was clearly like, all right guys, this isn't a puberty thing. I'm obviously not gonna grow out of this. So I went vegan. I didn't go vegan for skin problems, but after I went vegan, I was watching some what I eat in a day videos on YouTube, and I came across a YouTube channel of 2 girls called Nina and Randa. On their channel, they had a video about like healing their skin and just like acne and, you know, their struggles with it and what they did. What helped them was reducing their fat intake to 10% and lower, so they were eating a very low fat diet, and they swear that helped their skin. And so I tried it, and I did it for 8-9 months. It didn't do anything for me. I completely cut out all overt fats. I was not eating nuts, seeds, avocados, oil. All that did for me was obviously just lose a lot of weight. I got down to 95 pounds. I looked anorexic, but during the time that I had removed fat from my diet, my skin did clear up a little bit. And so when I started eating fat again and just a, you know, regular vegan diet, my acne started coming back. And so I was like, okay, it wasn't the fat necessarily, but this has now become a diet issue. There was something I wasn't eating during that time that was causing my acne that I'm eating now. And I can't remember how I came to this conclusion, but I was like, sugar. Sugar is causing my acne. Because at that point, when I removed fat from my diet, you know, clearly I was cutting out donuts and cakes and sweets and, you know, packaged and processed foods and just sticking to whole natural foods. When I quit the low fat diet thing and I'm eating vegan ice cream and, you know, Gardein, and all that has sugar in it. Not just sweet foods, but even the savory foods had sugar in it. A lot of things have sugar in it that you don't realize. So I started doing a back and forth thing where I was like eating sugar for a little bit, then I'd completely stop for, I don't know, 3 to 4 weeks, and my skin would clear up a little bit. I'd introduce sugar back again, and my skin would flare up. And I was doing this back and forth thing for a little bit, and I noticed that every time I ate sugar, I broke out. Now, I used to have acne all over my face, my neck, my chest, my stomach. I would get it on my arms, in my ears, behind my ears, on my legs, on my feet. Like, I've never known anybody to get acne on their feet before. Not the bottoms, but like the tops. I struggled my entire life having acne all over my entire body. All I had to do this whole time was just not eat sugar. And I know for a lot of people that's not what they want to hear, that's not what they want to do. And it's like all sugar, cane sugar, turbinado sugar, sugar in the raw, corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup solids, agave, like sugar in any form, powdered sugar. The only sugar that I've noticed that does not affect me is coconut sugar and natural sugar from fruits and vegetables. Even like sweeteners like, you know, Sweet and Low, xylitol, whatever. I can't even have like things like that. Stevia, can't have it. But it's not like a one-time cure-all thing. It's I have to consistently do this. This is an everyday thing, because as soon as I have something with sugar in it, I break out. So the only time I ever eat sugar is when I'm traveling and I'm not in control of my food. I don't go out to eat, just make my own food, make everything from scratch. I have to do a lot of label reading. I have to, you know, read ingredients if I'm buying anything packaged, which isn't much. But yes, cutting out the sugar cleared my acne, and it's helping me be healthier too, which is also a plus. So after I said cutting out sugar is what helped me clear my skin, you probably checked out right there. Everybody probably just clicked off of the video and didn't want to hear anything I had to say after that. But like I said at the beginning of the video, there was a few things that contributed to my acne. So even though I had been doing this no sugar thing for a few years, my acne started coming back after I went on birth control. I made a whole video about that, my birth control experience. I will link that down below or at the end of this video, so watch that if you want to. But being on birth control, I was on the copper IUD. It's targeted as a non-hormonal birth control, but it definitely affected my hormones and I broke out. There was one point where people were literally scared of me. I work at a grocery store. I'd be in the bathroom and people would go up to their mothers, "Mommy, mommy, what's wrong with her face?" Really quick, I had this one customer and she started coming through my line because I'm a cashier. She started going through my checkout lane and she looked at me and she started backing up real slow. And I was like, "I could take you, like I'm not helping anybody." And she's like, no, I better not, I can't. And she just starts backing up and I'm like, "I can take you." Like, I didn't know what was the issue. But she creeps back up to me and she leans in real close and she's like, "Can I ask you something?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." And she looks at me, she's like, "So you don't have measles?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Oh, okay." And she like backs up. She starts unloading everything from her cart. And she's like, "So what's that all over your face then? What is it? What are all those what are those on your face?" And I was like, "Acne." And she's like, "What's that?" And I was like, this lady was like 80 years old. And I'm like, I cannot be the first person in your 80 years of living you have seen with acne. This lady straight up thought I had measles because of my acne. So yeah, after a while, I got off the birth control, and just a few days after I got off the birth control, my skin started clearing up. One last thing that contributes to my acne is coffee. Like, not coffee with the sugar cubes, not coffee with cream or milk or sugar or sweetener, like not like that. I'm talking black coffee. Caffeinated, decaf, it doesn't matter. You know, so I thought it made sense, you know, because anytime I had coffee, it was from Starbucks or it would have some sort of like creamer in it or sugar. But even when I cut out the sugar and was just drinking black coffee, it was still breaking me out. And I heard of coffee contributing to acne because of the acidity supposedly, but I didn't know that it was affecting me. So I know this video was kind of long. I'm gonna try and make it as short as possible because I know people watching this video, they just want to get straight to the point. They just want to figure out what it is. I'm gonna recap a little bit. Number one, sugar. All forms of sugar except for coconut sugar and natural sugar from fruits and vegetables. I have to be real strict with it. If I have anything with sugar in it, I will break out. Not immediate. It's not an immediate thing. It's not like, oh, I, you know, eat sugar and then it just grows right there. It takes a few hours. 2, birth control. So if you're struggling with acne and you're a female on birth control, it could be your birth control. Number 3, coffee. Yeah, so I hope you stuck around with me to the end of this video, really heard me out, heard what I had to say. If you are struggling with acne, I highly suggest trying these out. These may not be the causes of your acne, but if they are, it's going to take time for your skin to heal. And so you're gonna have to be patient and consistent and strict with it to truly know if it's affecting you or not. And you know, everybody's different. These things may not be the cause of your acne. It may be something different for you, but I really wanted to share this considering it's helped me. You know, and I struggled with acne for more than half my life, and here I am, clear skin. There's a quote I live by: let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. And that, I just love that so much. That is so true. Every ailment or, you know, illness or injury or skin disease, you know, like having acne, anything that I ever have going on with me, I'm able to control it and heal myself through foods. And it's just really aggravating that there's so many doctors, like dermatologists, they don't tell you that. All they do is they just want to give you another pill or cream or medicine, and it's just all for money. You know, they just want to make a profit off your suffering, I feel like. But yeah, now I'm just rambling. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it gave you something to try. Hopefully it works for you. But yeah, I'll see you in another video. Bye.